If you're familiar with the situation where you start reading the Bible with good intentions, but somehow life gets in the way and you end up skipping days or even weeks, then this video is for you. I'm going to share simple but effective tips to help you stay consistent. The first tip is to know your why. So here's the thing, if you don't have a compelling reason to do something, it's going to be very hard to get started. So take some time to think about why you really want to read the Bible daily. Is it because someone told you that you should? Or is it because you are curious about what God has revealed to humanity over the years? Or is it because you want to know God better? Do you want more guidance and wisdom for your daily life? Or do you want to be able to say that you read the entire Bible, right? So the thing is, none of these are bad reasons. They just need to be true to you. They need to be compelling for you. So write down your why so you can remind yourself periodically, and your why will help you to stay committed when life gets busy. The next tip is to have a manageable reading plan. So now that you know why you want to read the Bible, you can make a plan that will help you to achieve the goal. And you can choose to read one chapter a day or a part of a chapter. The thing is that you need to choose a goal that is manageable for you. So if you love reading, then you can choose to read 4 chapters a day, and that will help you to read the entire Bible in approximately 1 year. Again, the important thing is that you choose a goal that is manageable and achievable for you. So if when you think about the goal, right, it seems too much or like it will require a lot of effort, then start with something shorter. So for instance, if I say read 3 chapters a day and you immediately think that's too much, then that's not the goal for you. But if I say read 1 chapter or a part of a chapter and then that sounds good to you, then go with that. Don't force yourself to read multiple chapters if it seems like too much. Remember, the ultimate goal is to know God, not to brag that you read 4 chapters a day. And you may have noticed that in some chapters of the Bible, there are like subheadings that tell you what the following passage is about. And I like to read that little passage or paragraph because it's a complete message that gives me context and something to meditate on throughout the day. So you can start by doing that. It's just a part of a chapter, so it's very manageable. The next step is to set a specific time to ensure that time is reserved for reading the Bible. And if you keep doing it at that part of the day, you will eventually build a habit which will make it so much easier to stay consistent. So I prefer to read the Bible first thing in the morning because that way I can be sure that it will be done. It's like, life is very unpredictable and you really don't know what your schedule will look like throughout the day. So you can plan to do it later in the day and your boss has different plans for you, or an emergency pops up, or a friend calls and asks to meet up. Like, there's so many things that can pop up in the day. And I think we have the most control in the first hour of getting up. It's like once 8 o'clock hits, anything can happen, right? But if you know you have a fairly predictable day, then you can look for an open slot that you know you're always available. So maybe you get to work super early and you have like 15 to 30 minutes to spare before work begins, then you can use that time. Or maybe it's a case where you have an hour for your lunch break and you know that like you only need 30 minutes to eat, then you can use some of your lunchtime. Or maybe it's a case where you sit and wait for a ride each evening for about 15 minutes or so, then you can use that time. The next step is to make sure that you always have the Bible. So if you decided to read at home, then this won't be a big challenge for you. But if you decided that you want to read at work or while you're in the car or at the bus stop or the train station, then you have to ensure that you have the Bible on you so you can read it. So you may want to keep a physical copy at work or in your car or your bag, or you can choose to download a Bible app on your phone or tablet. You can also read directly from the internet if you have access. The next step is to track your progress. So this is not absolutely necessary, but having a visual representation can help to it can help you to see how consistent you have been, and that can encourage you to keep going. So some Bible apps come with a tracker or a statistics feature that helps you to see the progress, but you can also print off a habit tracker and track it manually, or you can download a habit tracking app. The next step is to set an alarm or reminder on your phone. So you'll probably need this the most when you're just starting out because you haven't built the habit as yet, right? So the alarm or the reminder will help you to stay on track so you don't skip days due to forgetfulness. So once you choose a time, set an alarm or a reminder on your phone and then stick to that, okay? All right, so the next step is to have a reading partner or an accountability partner. Now, this is optional, but it can be very, very beneficial. So what you want to do is share your plan with someone who can keep you accountable and encourage you and check in on your progress. And if you have a reading partner, it's even better because you can share and discuss what you're reading, which can make it more fun and insightful for you. And the last tip I will share is to periodically celebrate your progress and identify the benefits. So when you finish reading a book of the Bible, celebrate it, make it a big deal, and identify the things that you have learned. So maybe you learned stories you never heard of, maybe you got more insight into who God is, or maybe there was a verse that influenced you to make a positive change in your life. Make sure you identify those benefits and write them down because those will serve as additional motivation to keep reading the word. All right, so I want you to remember that consistency beats intensity, and small daily steps guided by your why, supported by your systems, and celebrated along the way will lead to lasting Bible reading habits. All right, so that's it for today's video. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, leave a like or comment, and thanks for watching.